It's 12 a.m. in the morning. I still wait for your call. Don't do me like this, oh yeah. Aramiti walona, yeah. Cause I don't wait, oh. I don't see, so yeah. And I still dey pray, oh. I still dey pray, oh yeah. Oh, Dana, oh my ego now for you.
Oh my ego for you.
Oh my rabba now for you.
Oh my rabba for you.
Go me now for you, yeah.
Okay for you.
All the motor for my garage for you, yeah.
All the motor in the garage for you, yeah.
Oh my ego now for you.
Ego now for you, yeah.
Oh my rabba now for you, yeah.
Oh my rabba now for you, yeah.
Go me now for you, yeah. All the motor for my garage for you, yeah.
All the motor for the garage for you. OBO, Adele. 30 million for you. All the best for you. I put my life on the line for you. Nobody else got you. Baby, boo. Shake it. You don't say you be my boo. If I ever leave you, oh, baby, I be fool. Baby, I be fool. Say I want to show you my world, girl. I say I don't go do you, go do you. Say I want to show you my world.
If it's 8 o'clock in Western Africa, it must be time for African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, coming to you live and direct from the United States of America and throughout the diaspora of Africa. Bringing you news, information, Afrobeats, culture, food, information, and more. The David Adodo Show, African Voices Radio, is a two-way conversation, so don't forget you can join us by giving us a call at 1-844-404-7200. Again, that number is 1-844-404-7200. Now it's time for your host, known as the Prince of the East and West Coast, Mr. Tunde Phillips.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of our show, the David Adodo Show on African Voices Radio. Welcome. We're glad that you're here with us. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I hope you all stayed safe. And I hope that everything worked out for everyone. We're going to have quite a lively show today. And then so stay glued on. If you have any questions or comments at any time, please do not hesitate to call in. I'll put up the number very soon, and then you can give us a call and let's rub minds together. Once again, my name is Tunde Phillips. Welcome to the program. With me today, I have Brother Charles, and I also have the Queen. So I'm going to go straight to the Queen. Queen, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm very well, Queen.
I'm seeing your fresh face. I'm happy to see you.
I'm eating a lot of fresh fish.
Oh, mate. I need to come visit you now.
Yes, Queen.
I can't shy away from saying there's pandemic. We don't want to visit anybody and you are just enjoying alone. No, I'm not going to take that.
Come over, Queen, anytime.
We've all taken our vaccines, so we are free to visit ourselves now.
That's right.
Now, it's nice to be on the show today. I miss you guys. I've been a bit busy. I'll be having my weekend duty. And by the time I'm done at work, the program is almost gone. So that's why you guys have not been seeing my face. But right now, I'm free and I'm happy to join you guys today. It's going to be so exciting because a whole lot to be discussed.
Yes, good to have you, Queen. Good to have you. Brother Charles, how you doing? I see you're smiling. I know you're doing good already because I can't smile.
Prince, I'm always good, man. But it goes to show how much you miss Queen. I've been digging this with you all day, but now as soon as Queen shows up, woo! It is Queen, and we're so happy to have you back. We've missed you a couple of weeks. So I'm sure all your fans have been writing on Facebook. Where is she? Where is she? Hey guys, she's here. Bring all your questions. I know you guys gonna ask a lot of questions today.
I know. I miss
Mr. Prince, thank you for having me. It's gonna be another wonderful Saturday. Thanks for joining us.
I miss you too. I miss you, my brother.
Yes. Thank you.
It's good to see that everybody is staying safe, when everybody is looking good. Queen is always looking exceptional,
Always, always.
I'm even happy you are saying this, because before you say that now, you say, oh, I think why you're like that is because somebody is on the show, and now the person is on there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wait until it's over. We don't know about that yet, so don't just go cover it up. We will find out as the show goes on.
Why?
That's right. That's right. So it's good to have everybody. And of course, we have our man here, Jason, our studio engineer. Jason is also on the show. Jay, how you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Any day above ground is a good day. So I'm living, I'm breathing, I'm walking. So, and I'm pleased and glad to be here with African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show.
Great. Thank you so much, Jason, for all that you do. Jason is the man that keeps us going. He's the one that makes sure that you guys can see us, So thank you, Jason, for everything that you do.
He's the man behind the curtain.
What you say, Mr. Charles?
I say he's the man behind the curtain.
That's right, the man behind the curtain. There's a reason why we're keeping behind the curtain. Everybody knows. Jason is so handsome to be in front of the camera.
You always say that.
He will throw us off. Once we put Jason on the show, that's the end of it.
Oh, I'm glad to see the Queen with us this week, though.
Oh, yeah.
I miss seeing you.
I miss you.
Tunde, please don't put him on the show. That would be the end of you and I. Please don't put him on the show. That would be the end of you and I. Queen always stands alone on that. But you and I, we can't stand against Jason. So put him behind the curtain, please.
Hey, can you hear what they're saying?
Okay, so we're going to start off our show like we normally do. We do a rundown synopsis of the latest things that happened here in the United States. Joining us right now is the Chief. The Chief just came in, so welcome, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good to see you, sir.
How's everybody?
Well, everybody is doing good.
You see, remember what I said. Don't really laugh. Look at her face. Look at her face now. Look at her face, Tunde. Look at her face.
This is a setup. You guys cannot set me up. I come here and enjoy my program.
Chief.
Yeah.
I have a little secret I have to share with you.
Please do.
And I'm going to share this secret with you on the air.
Okay.
Yes. So the secret is that before you came on the program, the Queen was wondering what is going to happen. What is this? Is he coming? Is he not coming? All of a sudden you show up and then the whole face brightened up, everything just changed.
Good.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Don't pretend you're my sister.
You guys are setting me up.
For the first time,
I don't have no one right now to get my bag.
Yeah. For the first time since we started this program, I'm transmitting from Abeokuta, the capital city of Ogun State.
Wow, wonderful. The reception and the visuals and everything, the audio is great.
It looks
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yes, it is.
Good. Welcome.
Before we start the program, I would like to wish Mr. Adodo a very belated birthday. I was to be at this party on Saturday last week, but unfortunately, something came up and I couldn't make it. I'm planning my own surprise. And the surprise is going to get him so bad. Nobody should tell him about this. It's cooking. The surprise is cooking.
Okay.
Don't let him know about it.
Okay.
The surprise is cooking, and we are going to get him live. And I'm telling you guys, the gang, just be on the lookout.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody.
I wish him long life and prosperity, and I wish him all the good things. This year is going to be a great day in his life.
Yes, that's good. So without much ado, we'll go ahead and start up the program. rundown of things that happened here in the United States week, and then we will go on. Well, there are two things that happen here that are very worthy or that are out there. First and foremost is that the George Floyd's case finally came, to an end. I mean, not to an end. I mean, for Derek Chauvin was found guilty of murdering.
Can we please mute our phones? I'm
George
sorry.
Floyd.
Can everybody mute the set? Can we please mute our phones? So
Derek Chauvin was found guilty of killing George Floyd, which was a huge, it was huge for us in the United States, because oftentimes these police officers get away with, all kinds of atrocities. That is not to say that there are not good police officers out there. They are very good, efficient, hardworking police officers who are out there doing their best to keep us safe. But, so once in a while, you have some bad eggs, that people think they can do things and get away with it because they are police officers. There's a long list of people, victims, black victims, that have been killed in this country by police officers, either justly or unjustly. In most cases, it's usually unjustly. I don't know. The list is so long. If I start reading the list, we won't finish this program. The list is so long. And every single one of them do not deserve to die. It's unbelievable. While the George Floyd case was going on, you would think that the police would, have some restraint. Dante Wright was also killed. He was buried during the week as well. I mean, police officer pulls a gun and says she thinks it's a taser, shoots the gentleman at close range. The guy dies. It's unbelievable. While that was going on in North Carolina, another black man was shot and killed. Andrew Brown Jr. was killed in North Carolina because they were serving a warrant. We don't know the details of that yet. We haven't seen the video or not. They're clamoring for the video to be shown. But so far, everything that we have heard in the news is that, the guy was shot in the back. While that is going on, we also have the issue of Ma'Khia Bryant. Ma'Khia Bryant was angry. There was a fight going on. She had a knife in her hand. The police officer came and shot her 4 times. I do not know how many rounds you need to shoot to stop somebody. And I do not know why he had to go for the gun anyway. I believe, the use of force. Yes, he had a knife. I'm not an attorney, and I'm not judging the case. I'm just saying how I feel about it. She had a knife in her hand, and then they were fighting. Could the officer have gone for the taser, to restrain her rather than a gun? Because if you went for the taser, I'm thinking you'd be able to tase her. She would fall down. She would not be able to stab that individual. And then you have 2 people alive, then 1 person dead, and, and the officer and all this that is going on. So, but anyway, that's something for the courts to decide if he was guilty or if he was justified. But it is sad that being a black man in the United States, this is what you have to go through. This is the kind of justice you have to go through, kind of system that's going on. But we were very happy that Derek Chauvin was convicted, and so there are 3 more officers. He's going to be sentenced on the 16th of June, I believe. And then we'll see, how it goes for the rest of the officers. This is something to let the officers know, if you're out there, do what you're supposed to do. We are all human beings. These people have families, fathers, brothers, uncles. The use of force, I believe it starts from, I don't know, you have a baton, you have a taser, and you have a gun. I think that's the level that you have to assess each time you come upon a situation before you decide, which one am I going to use or what am I going to do with this individual. But in most cases, the police go for the gun before they remember the taser. It brings me back again to the issue of Amadou Diallo, the young African Senegalese man that was killed in New York. The man was shot 41 times. 41 times by 4 police officers. How many rounds does it take to stop somebody? 41 times. And they all got away. He only had his wallet in his hand, not a gun. It's crazy. Go ahead, Queen.
Well, this thing had been going on for quite so long. Yes, now that's just the only issue that we have in this country that is really, really concerning. We can see what other police officers are doing in other countries. a country like India, we see the way they disarm people, even when they're carrying weapons. They make sure they disarm them without even hurting them. But America is such a great country that I love so much, but this thing is really heartbreaking. Well, when you were mentioning all these people, you forgot to mention the innocent 13-year-old boy at Adam Toledo that was killed. The guy was just 13 years old. What can a 13-year-old do? I saw the video, my body was shaking. Most of these videos, when CNN or any of these media houses where they want to show it, I'm always closing my eyes because I know it's going to disturb me. I'm going to have nightmare. When I see the video of Adam, I was traumatized. I couldn't just, I can't put it together. And, you know, that takes me to one day when one lady was talking. She's a Black American. She said, do you know the most fearful thing we always have in our heart when we are pregnant? If we are pregnant with a male child, our mind is always racing because we don't know, maybe we're going to see the end of the baby, or maybe the baby is going to bury them. For you to know how scared people are when you're having a boy child that is supposed to bring joy to the family and to the whole nation. And some group of people are scared when they have a male child, that we don't know one day this child can go without saying bye-bye for just no reason. It's really concerning, and I sincerely hope that the governments of United States of America, are a great country, they're going to do something about this to see that, you know, this thing, you know, really go down. And we know the time this thing always happen in the year. And this is a time that we always experiencing shootings in America. I don't know why. When it's close to summer, we see all these things. There are great police officers out there. We can't erase that. I've been to the police station before, not that I was arrested. You know, we always have one program or the other that we have to go to the police station to get their consent for them to come and stay with us. And I said they receive us. Even the reception we don't get where I come from in Africa, they treat us with dignity, with respect. But I don't know what is going on. When I see this shooting, Black people being killed, it's so scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. I think police reform, they should do something about the reform and their orientation. Some people join the force without dropping what they have in their heart right from when they were growing up.
Yes.
Probably from their family, or probably from their background, or probably from the environment they grew up from. That did not get out of their mind. And they forgot that they're serving the people. Like one of the activists said, all our taxes money are being paid to you guys. We're paying your salaries. We're taking care of you people. We're paid to protect us, not to kill us. They should temper justice with mercy. When they need to arrest, there are better ways that one can arrest people. If somebody is carrying a weapon, you can shoot the person's hand. You guys are trained. You know how to disarm people without taking somebody's lives. We don't know what these people can become in future. We are all great. We are all human beings. We have the same blood that runs in our veins. They should think about the trauma that the family will go through all the rest of their lives. Nobody wants to lose any of their loved ones. And I pray that, you know, God will step into it, and, you know, the police force will do something great to make sure they have a good reform of the police.
Yes. Mr. Charles, I see you are itching to say something. You're muted, Mr. Charles. You're muted.
Yeah, I think you all have said it all, but one thing that I wanted to add, I think there's two things that you said. You talked about the Floyd case. We'll talk about the verdict. I mean, I don't know for how long we'll continue to talk about police people being accountable for the things, you know, that they do sometimes. When it comes to Floyd case, I don't think that the verdict is anything against the police people. It's not against the police people. It's not even against the police officer, actually. This is against the injustice that I think the black people have been able for so many years, even the years before technology. I mean, because those days is when something happened, they just come out and, give a statement, whatever they said or whatever that happened, even before we started using cameras to show the evidence. What happens before that? They don't even want to talk about it. None of those things comes up. And you talked about the young lady the other day. Do you know within 24 hours the body camera came out? They showed the body camera.
Yes.
Because we had the lady, waving. You see, so when they think they're a little bit right, you see how within 24 hours the body camera was like everywhere.
Yes, you're right.
But when they do these things that they know that was wrong, it will take them weeks. They will be looking for a way to, to justify what that officer did. Sometimes the camera, they don't release the body camera for about a year or something, So it goes back to show you that, hey, like I said, it's not that the police people we have there's no question. I don't think anybody in America can even doubt how good these policemen are. I don't think there's any question about it. But for some of them that I don't know whatever that is embedded in them, that they don't want to let go, and they continue to bring bad name to the force, and they keep doing these things that are, this is excessive. I don't know what to call it. Like, we're not lawyers. We're not going to get into that. But even when these videos clearly show, look at the fraud case. It comes to a point, I don't even know. No, whoever can see that video, that thing shouldn't have even in the first place went to court. It's just clear there that look at what happened. But for the fact that, this thing's been piling up, and American people are getting tired of it. This has nothing to do with black people or white people. Every life matters.
Correct.
But it's been, the black people have been on the other side more than, other ethnic groups in this country. They've killed a lot of more black people through that system, that at this point, everybody is celebrating. We're very, very happy, but this has nothing to do against the police people, against the force. It's just against the injustice. That's why people are happy. Hopefully this will put us in the right direction. As much as you said, since Floyd, we already have 3-4 more cases. And who knows which one is happening tomorrow and today somewhere else that there was no camera. So I hope that whatever reforms or they can reform themselves. They know what they do. They know what they are doing. So, yes. But with that, we are very, 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 very grateful that it went that way. At least, hopefully, other ones that have the same, the same charges and all that probably will turn out to be the same way too.
Can I?
Yes, I just to buttress what you have said.
I think Jason wants to say something.
I know, just to buttress something that Charles just said before Jason comes on, is you were right. We thank God for the advent of cameras on cell phones. Mm-hmm. Thank God for the advent of all these, visual recording gadgets that are around. You can imagine the report that they wrote for the George Floyd incident did not include the fact that the police officer knelt on his neck. That is the official police report. It's unbelievable. But, once we have cameras, we have all these things, we have the videos, we can see. I don't think the officers knew that it was going to go this far, because the report that they submitted as the official report does not have anything in there that suggests that the way the man was treated, how, they killed that man on the streets. Go ahead, Jason.
Just really quick, I just wanted to point a couple of things out in reference to the young lady that was shot and killed. I think that we have to understand that when you call the police out, you're setting them up to have to deal with your children I think that this is a good moment to reflect the American parents I'm talking to, because this is not something that you would see happen in African culture. But you need to get a hold of your children. That young lady unfortunately presented a threat. She had a knife in her hand, and that officer had to make a decision. They're not trained to shoot people in the leg. They're trained to hit center mass, and they're trained to eliminate the threat. If he would have tased her and she still would have been able to lunge, because sometimes the adrenaline is so high, especially when you're enraged and you're in that kind of situation, she still could have stabbed the young lady. I think the officer had to, decide to preserve one life while eliminating one threat. And I think that, and what's interesting is that the lady with the knife, from what we understand, that family was the family that called the police. So my thing is parents, American parents, get a hold of your children. The police should not be in a situation like that. The parents should have been able to de-escalate that, get a hold of their children, bring their children in the house, and not allow their children to be out in the street to where the police now have to come deal with your disciplinary issue with your children. And I think there's a difference. Now, with the young man that got shot with the taser or the gun instead of the taser, I understand that one. I think that was just, 26 years. I think that was an egregious mistake that she made, but she has to pay for that mistake because she should have known better. She should have allowed her training. She shouldn't have let her emotions get involved. She should have acted professionally. Those type of situations, George Floyd, that was murder. Those situations, yes, we have an issue, and I think right now we have the George Floyd Police Reforming Act that removes qualified immunity, which gives officers kind of the permission to kind of shoot and kill you as long as they can articulate justification for doing so. There's also, it removes qualified immunity, and it also really sets the levels of de-escalation and how to address escalation across, a unified federal policy. Once that bill is passed, I think a lot of this, hopefully will start to diminish. But we have to understand that there's a difference between certain circumstances, and officers are not trained to maim or shoot small targets. Everybody keeps saying, well, he should have shot her in the arm. Well, let's say he goes to shoot her in the arm, she moves, and he hits the other, female in the process that she's fighting with. So they are trained to hit center mass. Usually about 4 or 5 bullets is what they're trained. That's actually to eliminate the threat, to put the threat down. They know 1 bullet's not going to do it. 2 bullets may not do it. But 4 or 5 bullets is going to put that threat down, and that's how they're trained. So parents, get a hold of your children.
Thank you.
Wow. Jason. Okay, so
yeah, go ahead, Mr. Charles.
You that know a little bit about this. You're saying that these policemen are trained in a situation like this to use between 1 and 5 bullets. This is kind of a legal training that they go through, right?
Jay.
Jason, are you there? Okay,
I think
you're still there.
From what he said, yeah. I wanted to know. But from what he said, it sounds like, license to kill using, 1 or 2 to 3 live ammunition, shots from the gun, and that's probably what I would think that 1 bullet alone will eliminate somebody.
But Mr. Charles, you had already said it that maybe 1 bullet cannot eliminate the threats.
That's what I thought, but that's what he said.
Okay, so this take us to Africa. Miss Aina, you're here. With what is happening here, we actually cannot compare the two together. But we can see that in America, to a large extent, we might not get justice for all the, happenings. But can we compare what is happening here, the rate at which police are killing people in America and they get justice? Is it balanced? Do we have something like that in Africa that can say, okay, they kill someone and the person or the particular family will get justice? We can't hear you. You are still muted.
You can't compare the two environments. For instance, you see, we had the NSAS protest, and there are several committee and tribunals set up for restitution for those crimes against humanity by the Nigerian police force officers. A lot of NGOs have sprung up and they are doing justice to it. I think in Lagos State, a lot of compensation have been paid in recent time. Millions of naira returned to some victims of police brutality. But we are yet to see one policeman jailed, although in the past it has happened. But we can also not ignore the fact that the NSAS protest has sent some very positive signals around the country. The police are more cautious now than they were in the past. I can give kudos to one ASP Arbor, who was actually seriously provoked by a motorist on Oniru on Lagos, Victoria Island. We also saw the viral video where that police officer was mishandled by a motorist who drove against the traffic. But this man, having his AK-47 hanging in his right hand, refused to act. The provocation was very, very high. And thank God for everybody in Lagos State. We all came together, including the governor of Lagos State, to give kudos to that policeman because it was a height of provocation. And if he had brought that man down, all Nigerians would have said another man down by a police bullet. But that was a very, very high point of provocation by a motorist who had driven against the traffic. Yes, this climb is different from that climb. Here, our policemen act under various influences. There are policemen who will take drugs. There are policemen who will take alcohol before they go to duties. At slightest provocation, they lose their cool. But you see, in Nigeria, this is the only country I know where you will see a policeman in a beer parlor in the afternoon and he is drinking, and after several bottles of beer, he returns to his police post, to his checkpoint, and continue to check motorists. All these must be discipline that must come within the system. ASP Harbour, when he was interviewed, he told
I think the service is
the whole world there is cool. Justice to those who had been manhandled. I want to also give kudos to one Mr. Akinfadeyi of Akinfadeyi Foundation in Ibadan, a man whose younger brother committed an offense, was arrested and taken to Yagoku, eventually died in detention. But the case is being pursued by Akinfadeyi Foundation. They are not relenting. In the past, Akinfadeyi Foundation have gotten many justices for those victims of oppression and all that. I want to pledge on this program that I will try to get hold of Mr. Akinfadeyi.
Wow.
The man in charge of that foundation to come. Thank you.
Tunde, you are unmute yourself, Tunde.
All right, Jason, if we can take a quick break, I will be right back. And then let's take a quick music break and then we'll be back and then we'll go from there. Jason, are you with us?
Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. And a fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you feel
and no vacancy. Last time, see you on FaceTime, chatting up the place, bout in our relationship. Me, I go put you on lockdown. I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now. You got my person on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me. You should let me. You should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me. Better feel let me. I better you let me go. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Nobody deal with the bagel and talking. Me nothing know we are chilling in an apartment. Hope you don't mind me asking, where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we for do, yeah. Say you want travel, we go whole valley. Say you hope in your love and not just no tally. Make my heart full of some, I love you totally. Do my own thing, I'm in no trouble, nobody. I'm watching out on the patio. And they didn't hear by them I watch me now. Swing on me, no miss like Pacquiao. What you feeling for hot coffee, yo? What you know, what you know? All you want talk about how much money. Yeah, anything you want, coffee got the money. Yeah, me give you my heart, make you take it from me. Where will we go? Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Where we go, road now. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, baby. You know I'm feeling you, baby. So what now we for do, yeah. Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. I'ma pull up in my fast car. Pull up in my fast car.
Yes, welcome back. It's still David Adodo Show on our usual channel on every Saturday, live from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Yeah, back to what we were discussing before. Egbeyemi was actually telling us about, happenings in Nigeria, and like you like to say, you promised to bring Akin
Fade Foundation.
Fade Foundation. We'll be looking forward to have him on the program because those are the kind of people we want to bring to the program to, acquaint us with most all these positive things that is happening in Nigeria. At least let us have, for the first time in a long time, let's see, that we are different. We are trying to make things right in Africa, especially in Nigeria. That's the country I know, and that's the country I can, make a reference to, Nigeria. Of course, I'm not from Ghana. I will have said, okay, I can make reference to Ghana, but this is the country I know. And we're still going to talk about police reforms in Nigeria while we are expecting our lawyer to join us, because Nigeria right now, we're having the Nigerian Bar Association, they are on strike. The Nigerian Medical Association, they just called off the strike, I think last week. And right now we have Nigerian Bar Association going on strike again. And that tells us so many things are not right in
No, it's not. It's not the Bar Association that is on strike. It's the judicial workers. Okay, the Bar Association joined them on solidarity. Okay. The Bar Association joined the judicial workers on solidarity. Okay, the judicial system is down in Nigeria. No court session, no sitting of any judge, no lawyers is going to court. All documents are sealed and closed. All courts are closed all over the Federation because they are demanding for what they think is constitutionally right. I think one of the sons, Barrister Agbakoba, had gone to court some time ago, and he won a case against the federal government that the judiciary should be granted autonomy to run their finances in all the states. Until now, no governor is willing to do that. Just they did to the legislative arm of government. They're also doing that to the judiciary arm of government, and that is not a good one. So the court system is down in Nigeria. No court is sitting, no judge is sitting, no magistrate is sitting, no lawyer is going to court. All the judicial workers are on strike. So that's the situation that we have in Nigeria right now.
If that is the situation we have right in Nigeria, I'm sure this is not the first time that we're having this issue coming up in Nigeria. They're going on strike. And over time, I'm not sure, I might be right, I might be wrong. Are they always reaching, a conclusive agreement before they go back, or they just decide to go back? Let's go back to our job, because the system we have in Nigeria, is it really favorable to all these professionals when it comes to, agitating or asking for their rights?
Well, presently, you see, it goes beyond all that. It's like the nation has been held up. The judiciary system in the country is held up. The governors have come together. The chairman of the Governors Forum, that is Dr. Komolafe-Egbeyemi, the governor of Ekiti State, had spoken that come May, that they are going to implement all the demands of the agitators, including the Bar Association and the judicial workers. As we speak, I think things are looking up for the judicial workers, because for the first time, they were able to make a very concrete statement that the judiciary arm of government should be autonomous when it comes to their finances. Yes, and I think everybody is going along with them. Sincerely, they are getting there. I think they will get what they wanted, and not only for themselves, but for the system, for our democracy. Because when the judiciary is autonomous at state level, there seems to be the better justice will be dispensed to the people of this country.
Well, you are giving me hope. I don't know, maybe Mr. Charles is saying hope in what he just said now.
Yeah, I mean, I've always seen hope or whatever that comes out of Nigeria anyway, regardless of what it is. But sometimes, someone has a double mind of what is all this strike? I mean, we just came out of doctor's strike. I don't think it's over yet, based on the things that we're seeing. I don't think the doctor's strike is over, because
not quite.
Whatever the agreement was, I don't think this government is really looking into or meeting the agreement. So obviously they might go on another strike. And now the judicial, the courts, I mean, the security system is in shambles. Okay, the judicial system is in shambles. I mean, what else could go wrong? And then the defense minister is talking trash.
The Nigerian Labour Congress is warming up to a general strike. They just announced, the umbrella body of all trade unions, they just announced that for one reason or the other, they are warming up to a general strike. Yeah, Nigeria, like the Minister of Defense said categorically, the nation is bleeding. Nigeria is bleeding. There is a great hemorrhage in Nigeria. And it was like a laceration before. When your body is lacerated, it bleeds. But when it's punctured and it goes into the vein, the blood may not stop. I think that's the situation we have now. Banditry, kidnapping, IPOB, terrorism, and all that. And it's eating us by the face. For the first time, I, as a Nigerian, I'm jittery, because going out, traveling to any part of this country, I read somebody on the Facebook few minutes ago before the beginning of this program. She wrote that she loved traveling, but now she must do 3 days fasting before she embark on any journey. That is, it may seem like a joke, it may seem like a comic, but it's reality, because we are all jittery, we are all afraid. We don't know what's next. We thought it was happening in the north, northeast, northwest, north south. But today, if you look at it all, it's happening right in our nose. Lagos, Ibadan Express Road, Abeokuta Road, Ijebu-Ode Road, everywhere is not safe. And banditry is closing up on everybody. Banditry is closing up on all of us. And the minister, well, two-edged sword, the Minister of Defense said that bandits should not be killed or assassinated because they should be proven innocent until they are found. And I think immediately he saw that he has goofed. And he said that, well, if banditries are found with guns and they intend to attack, they should be brought down. I don't know what all that means. Somebody is not guilty, he's a bandit, he should not be killed, he should until he's found guilty. The man is also telling us if bandits are found with guns, they should be brought down. I think this country is not united. We speak from two different angles. Our brains are not working the same way. I think we need brain checks, especially for public servants in this country. The ostentatious life they are living, the enjoyment of office has driven their brain inside. They cannot reason well like true Nigerians. We are not reasoning together at all. Nigerians who are receiving the heat know where it pains. The rich ones are not saying anything. And I think it's time that the rich start talking, because whatever happens, yeah, it is easy for you to transport your children to America, England, Norway, Cyprus, Turkey, wherever you want to go and hide your children. But you cannot hide your entire family. You have extended family in this country. So we all need to come together and face it. I don't know why the presidency is afraid of National Security Summit. I don't know why we cannot sit down, all heads of state, all former heads of state, all former security advisors, all former defense ministers. By now, there should be a conference thinking of how to solve this national calamity. This crisis is eating and facing us everywhere. We need to challenge it. Otherwise, it will be highly disastrous more than we have now. Excuse me.
Egbeyemi, you actually nailed it on the head. Before we go into banditry, we all know, I mean, even that word, bandits, I don't know where they coined that from, because I believe these people are terrorists. But before we go into that, because I know they are terrorists, if people are somewhere and they are, kidnapping, they rape, they kill, how can you call them bandits? They are terrorists. They are terrorizing the society. And the federal government knows, they know about this. Not 1 year, 2 years, not 3 years. It's been happening for years. Before Jonathan left the office, we knew what happened, the Chibok girls. Right now, what has overturned the Chibok girls is even far more than what's experienced in the past. Right now, talking about the trade union that they want to go on strike, and we're looking at the whole country. Why are they planning on going on strike? Are they not being paid? Are they fighting for their salaries? Or what are they fighting for now?
So many things are happening. So many things are happening. The governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasser El-Rufai, like so many other governors, are acting like emperors. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria did not help matters. The Constitution over-empowered our governors to the extent that they do take some decisions that are beyond the Constitution itself. The governor had sacked so many civil servants recently, and the Nigerian Labour Congress, in solidarity with the sacked civil servants, intend to go on strike. 1. 2, I saw something very amazing, very, very amazing and disgusting too. The governor of Kaduna State set up examination for willing, for willing candidates, those who want to contest to go to the
Tunde, why are you laughing? It must be. I mean, why are you laughing, man? You're laughing at our governor. You're laughing at our governance.
Because he set up examination for the people who will be elected by the electorate. Why don't you allow the electorate to examine them? The Constitution has told us that with primary school 6, you can be a councillor. The Constitution told us with secondary school certificate, you can be president of this country. So why setting up examination for people who will be screened by the electorate themselves? So our governors are acting like emperors, rather than they constituting powerful situation to arrest security. Kaduna State is the home of banditry. Kaduna State is the home of highest kidnapping. Kaduna State, killing happen in Kaduna State every day. That governor is more concerned. He will say this today and say this tomorrow. The last count, the governor said all bandits must be killed to stop banditry or whatever. Somebody came, your minister came and said bandits cannot be killed. I think we are all jokers. I think we are toying with something more serious. The international community will be looking at us and saying that, are these people serious? Are these people really, really knowing what it means to govern? Governance, one of the greatest responsibility of any government is security. Security of life and property of the people. And we don't have it. You can't wake up and think of sleeping with, you can't wake up and think of being alive at the night in Nigeria anymore. Nobody knows who is next. Nobody knows where is next. Nobody knows where the battery tree will come from. If Ijebu-Ode-Ibadan road is no more safe in the southwest of Nigeria, Lagos-Ibadan Express Road is no more safe, or Rebini Road is not safe, Akure-Ife Road is not safe, where is safe? That is the big question.
You have said it all, and we'll be talking about this issue of insecurity in Nigeria. And before the thing degenerated to this level, the thing started gradually by kidnapping few people, students in school, in their hostels and stuff like that. It's like a plan. A whole lot of videos are surfacing, coming out, for people to see that this plan has been ongoing gradually, that they know where they are going. A certain set in Nigeria, a certain, I don't want to start mentioning names because, we're on air. Nothing stops me from mentioning it, but I think we've not gotten to that stage of saying, okay, this is, because I don't want to be biased. Already I am biased, but I don't want to show it. I'm still slowing down to see that, okay, we're still one Nigeria. But deep down me, I'm scared because there's no security in Nigeria. And we have a sitting government that is not doing nothing about it. We have state governors that they don't care about their citizens, the people that elected them in their offices, they don't care about them. I wonder why things are not happening to their immediate family for them to see how it feels in the body. We're talking about America. Just one person will be killed. Do you know the population of America? Just one person will be killed and the whole country will go haywire. Thousands of people are dying in Nigeria and the government is not doing anything about it. Recently, an international body. Okay.
Yeah, recently, the forestry students that were kidnapped, they are still there. Their parents are the one negotiating with the bandits. And recently, too, in Kaduna State, students of private university were kidnapped, and 3 of them were found dead 4 days ago. I don't know. And our governors, our president, our ministers are sleeping with their eyes. They sleep with their families. Why did you allow us to elect you? Why did you go into public office? If you cannot do things to protect the people of this country, what will be happening to the parents of those students who were sent to a private university and they were kidnapped and their bodies were found? Yes. My God, something else is happening. This is not the country I was born. Somebody has stolen away Nigeria. Somebody should return this country to us. This country has been stolen. Something is happening. How do we wake up? And when the students of the forestry school in Afakara were kidnapped, we were all shouting, we were all crying. It has died down. When the Chibok girls were kidnapped, we shouted, it has died down. Where's Leah Sharibu? She's nowhere to be found. Dapchi girls were kidnapped, some were returned. It has died down. Kankara who were kidnapped, some were returned, some were found dead. It has died down. When are we going to find solution to this whole situation? When is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria going to speak to us and speak to the nation on this insecurity? Well, we're in a democracy, but the way things are happening in this country, democratic values are lost. Because one of the greatest things that can happen to you in a democratic environment is freedom of speech. Here in this country, those who are supposed to speak out can no more speak. I don't know why the ambition of some men will becloud their contribution to solving national issues. Some men who should speak out in Yoruba, where I come from, say, "Ntori afe jeno ekpe malu ni broda." Because you want to eat, yes, yes. You want to eat beef. You call the cow my uncle. That is what is happening to some very prominent Nigerians who should speak out, but they cannot speak out. They are not speaking. And the Sorosoke generation, I am very certain, are not done yet. The Sorosoke generation, I don't belong. I will serve my country the way I've served. But this country, I love one woman in the north, although she also spoke from two angles. That is Kadra Mohammed, that journalist. If you listen to what she said, she spoke to power. She spoke to the people. She spoke to journalists. We're all farming the amber of war. We are all of us, by our hate speech, by the things we release, by the things we say every day, we are all fumbling. We are all firing war, asking war to come to Nigeria. But war is not the best for this country. This is one black nation in the world that cannot afford to go to war for the second time. If we do,
if we are saying people are speaking their mouth from the two sides of their mouth that they are trying to fuel war, if the country is saying, if there's security in the country, if there are jobs in the country, if lives are safe where you live, nobody will come out to start feeling anything. The whole situation, the whole country have degenerated to zero level. That the rate of poverty in Nigeria is so enormous that people are hungry, people are homeless, people are being killed, lives are not safe. And you're saying, somebody like me, if I need to bear my hand out, I don't believe that, okay, we should be together. I hate to say that. But from what we're seeing, is it individual that is running it, or the sitting government, or the government, or the people that govern?
Well, let me quickly come in there. You see, Nigeria is not a country that can be easily divided. I'm not subscribing to secession or division of this country, because the interwovenness of Nigerians transcend beyond what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes. We all are bound together, but we can live together if we are open to various restructuring, if we are open to shaking our bodies and allowing some alignments. I read a few history. Nigeria used to have native police. Nigeria used to have native courts. We can revert back to all this. We can have our regional governments. We may not go into confederation. I've listened to the outcome of Aburi conference where Ojukwu and Yakubu Gowon. I've listened to these two sides. I've listened to Obafemi Awolowo. I listened to Nnamdi Azikiwe. I listened to Ahmadu Bello. These are our forefathers. They made their mistakes, but we can now come together. We are more enlightened. We are more together than even in the past. The interwovenness of Nigerians, will Dangote pick up the entire investment in Lagos Island and take it to Kano? Would my brothers in Kano who had invested, I have a brother in Kano who had invested over 57 years. Will you take those investments and bring them? No. We can live together. We can coexist, but we can restructure. That restructuring is the greatest song that Nigerians must be singing now. We should tell this, yes.
Yes,
we should tell this Sorosuke generation that restructuring it is, and we must restructure Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah, I think Tunde wants to say something before I come up, because I'm going to talk about the Sorosuke generation. Because if you're okay, Tunde, you can go ahead.
I just was listening to both of you intently. You know, there are so many parts to this problem in Nigeria. One part is government. One part is the citizenry itself. You know, and it is what the government does that affects the citizenry. The government wants to remain in power, or the people who are in the government wants to remain in power. So they make sure the citizens starve. And then they make sure that there's no education for the citizenry. They put all those things down. Those are the things that you need to build a society. You have to have education. People have to have food. Those are basic amenities of life. You have to have a roof over your head. You have to have water. You have to have electricity. None of that exists in Nigeria. Nothing works in Nigeria except corruption. Nothing. The only thing that works, that continues to still amaze me, is the art industry. And that's why I praise those artists, the musicians, the actors, the movie people, and all those things. Those are the things that work in Nigeria. Entertainment industry. Aside from that, forget it. Nothing works. We have ministers in offices. We have commissioners in offices. We have governors that has given exam to people. Did the governor take an exam before he became governor? That's the question they should be asking him, if he took an exam before he became governor. We have all these things that they put energy into that do not need to be put energy into. The thing for the basic man on the streets, the basic you and I, the things that we need are overlooked. You're conducting an exam. When I saw that, I was just laughing. What craziness is this?
It's really crazy.
What exam did he take before he became governor?
It's really crazy.
So if he's conducting an exam, so let us go like this now. Local government chairman do exam. State governor do exam. Senator and House of Rep do exam. President do exam. Let's see who pass and fail before we know if we're going to vote for you or not. It doesn't make any sense. And the issue of the fact that the president continues to remain silent, continues to remain dormant, continues to act like he doesn't know that all this problem exists. I do not know where we're going, but please, whoever is going to be the next president after Buhari, if you know you are not going to do anything, please stay away. Please do not, don't even try, don't even attempt to contest, because you add more problems to the problems that we have already. We have graduates out there. You can't even go to a 4-year college in Nigeria. You spend 10 years? It's a 4-year program, because ASU will strike because they have not been paid. Why are like I said it last week, why is the National Assembly not on strike? Because they are getting their money.
And these are people and these are people that they hardly go to see.
Yes. Why is National?
You can only see them when they come in, when they install them.
Yes, and that's it.
When they take the oath of office.
That's it.
In the next 2 weeks, go there and check. You see maybe 6 people sitting.
Yes.
They are not seated. And they're getting paid. They never went on strike.
Yes.
That's a big question.
What is the significance of that oath of office that they swear? The police officer that swears the oath of office in Nigeria honors that oath of office more than the senators. Because when you tell him to go do something, he goes to do it, even though he has not been paid. Mm-hmm. We have pensioners. We have teachers. Every sector is going on strike. Doctors go on strike. Do you know how many people that suffered or died by the doctors going on strike? Now we have lawyers going on strike. So justice is on strike in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. Justice is on strike. Unbelievable. Judicial workers went on strike. Everything is striking. And my President is just chilling.
Everything is striking.
Everything is striking, my brother. You and I are going to go on strike too very soon.
Yeah, the thing is this, Tunde. The thing is this, Tunde. There's a couple of things here. I think there's something that Chief said. You know, he talked about a cow. You know, people say, I want suya, I want suya. They don't know that this thing is coming out of cow's body, but they still want the suya. You know, the thing is this. That's one thing, and I don't know how the thing is possible. Right now, a lot of Nigerians have come to a point, and I agree that the best thing for Nigerians now is to restructure. I mean, the man is, you know, some days it makes sense. The next time he takes his children to local school to show people that I don't know if they're still in that local school anyway, but the man is just, I don't understand him though. But the point is that with the way Nigeria is now, I mean, Nigeria is not going to go anywhere. Nigeria will still be there. Nobody's buying us. I don't even know anybody who you see, look at his name. This guy wanted to buy Nigeria, but so far all the money invested there was zero return on interest. Bill Gates, all the money he invested in Nigeria, zero, whatever, return on interest is zero. You know, return on revenue, is zero. So I don't even know if anybody can buy Nigeria or whatever, but the only thing Nigeria would do to get better is to restructure whatever that rules that they are. I mean, whatever that is governing us now is just giving powers to nobody. Only people in Nigeria that has got power is the president and then the governor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a question.
And we keep saying it here. They make budgets, they hold our money. Every year they make the budget. They don't disburse the budget. I mean, it's right there in their pocket, in their own pocket, why they disburse the money to who they want. You know, you're talking about people, why are they going to work if they're not being paid? Guess what? If you don't show up, that's Nigeria is so much unemployed that there's people ready to take the job without being paid for some months.
Paid, right.
Yeah.
So that's why they keep going to work without being paid.
Yeah, believing that someday they will eventually pay us.
Absolutely.
There are pensioners that have worked their lives that have not been paid. A whole lot of them that have worked their life to get Nigeria to where it is today that have not been paid. But the National Assembly, they get paid. They get their allowances. You know, they are all growing big stomach, like they want to have babies.
No, they don't touch their pay, actually. They don't touch their pay. Their pay is already in the bank for them.
That's what I'm saying. They get paid.
They get paid.
They get paid with benefits. You understand? So this is what we're saying. This insecurity in Nigeria. It's a big issue. The governor of Imo State was just, attacked?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whether it was politically motivated or otherwise, the governor was attacked. That is insecurity.
Oh, yeah, they did the police headquarters there. So what makes you think that the governor's house will be nothing?
No, it's part of the insecurity. If they can get the police headquarters, they get to the governor, and it's part of the insecurity.
The governor is nothing.
That we're talking about. So the ordinary man on the street has not. So why will you blame all these bandits that are going about killing people if you cannot provide security?
I hope they have mercy for the poor masses. I hope.
Yes, that is a very crucial part of any government or any country, security. You know, I listened to the defense minister. He was saying that we had all this weaponry coming in from Libya through Chad and all that into Nigeria, and so they're going to beef up and they're going to do this and do that. And why? So when you do all that, what about the ones that are in Nigeria already? What are you doing?
Nothing.
About the ones that are in Nigeria already. What are you doing about the things that are happening in Nigeria already? Lagos Benin Road is not safe. Lagos, Chief just said all those things. Those people are out there on the freeway. They are not safe. So what are you doing about all those things?
Today,
Lagos,
Lagos Benin Road is such a long road. Lagos Ibadan Express Road.
Yes.
That is just 1 hour drive.
Yes.
It's not safe.
Yes.
So you're talking about Lagos Benin Road that is so long. Yes. Lagos Ibadan Road is not safe.
I mean, none of the highways are safe. You don't have to be on the highway not to be attacked. You can be attacked right there on the streets.
On the streets.
What are you doing about what is the solution?
Well, gentlemen and lady, you see, we can continue to talk about Nigeria from now till eternity.
Oh, yeah.
the solution to the problems of this country is leadership.
Exactly my point.
There is no direction. There's no direction. There's no positive thinking. Visionless leadership would derail the entire citizenry.
Yes.
You see, a lot of Nigerians are in this wasted generation trend because I don't know what a citizen of this country can call benefit of democracy. As we speak, many Nigerians provide their own water.
Oh, yeah.
They provide their own electricity. They provide their own security. They provide education. They provide health. They cannot go to hospital. They make do with improvisation of herbals and herbal concoctions that will further damage many organs in their bodies. So it is more than security issue in this country. The entire system has broken down. We don't have functional hospital. In the past, our hospital used to be reference points, like the UCH in Ibadan, used to be reference points to even people in the southeast of Saudi Arabia. But today, if you go to Lagos University Teaching Hospital in Diaraba, you will cry, for there are mattresses at the corridors where you found patients. When you see how intravenous fluids are being passed to patients on the mattresses on the floor, they are hung on the windows with nails, you will wonder if you are in this country. If you go to the university campuses, you will see how our students are living like destitutes. They cannot live in the rooms anymore. They have overflown. They sleep on the corridors of their university, of their dormitories, from University of Lagos to University of Ibadan to Ife. Those places that used to be citadel of education, those places that used to be pride of Africa, those are places that look like destitute ends now. We need change of leadership in this country. And when I mean change of leadership, I'm not talking about individuals now. I'm talking about a generation. I'm talking about complete overhauling of our system that will bring us to not wasting the generations that we have now. These are second generations that we are talking about. To me, they are becoming wasted generations because too many idle youths all over, too many idle youths everywhere. And this will lead to something else. Banditry we have in the north now because, yes, cultism is very ripe in the south. Children of organizers, children of mechanics who are not in any school have grouped themselves together to form various cultist groups. And where are we? Do we really have Ministry of National Orientation and or Information and Culture? Do we have a national direction, a youth development policy for this country? Who is implementing? Who is writing? Who is executing? Nothing. So, I think at this junction, my submission is that Nigeria needs generational change of leadership.
Egbeyemi.
I agree with, I'm sorry, Queen. I agree with you, Chief. But my thing is this. It's so inherent in us. It's so inherent in us that when we do a good thing, we don't know we've done a good thing. What I'm trying to say is that it seems like doing bad things is the normal thing in Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? Because what I'm trying to put out there is that if you as a governor or you as the president does not, the situation of loot that you just described now is very deplorable. And that's not just loot. That's all the hospitals in Nigeria. If you as the president does not have empathy for what people are going through, especially in the hospitals, suffering, not just in the hospitals alone. But when you have a headache, you run to London. You know, when you want to check your vitals, you run to London. When you need labs or whatever, anything done, you run to London. What about the people that you're governing? What about the people you left behind? What about the people on whose money you're making those trips to London?
Okay.
That's not your money. That's Nigerians' money. What about those people? As we speak, there's a child that did not eat dinner to bed tonight.
A whole lot.
That the parents don't know where the breakfast is going to come from tomorrow. But you have your 3 square meals and extra. What about those people? Your children go to the best schools, either in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria. They eat their 3 square meals. But the common man on the streets, no matter how hard he works, Nigerians are not lazy people. No matter how hard he works, cannot fend for himself. And then you come again in 2 or 3 years and give us a bag of rice and write your name on it and say, vote for me. Please, let us have empathy. Empathy for the next man, for the common man, even if you don't think of the country, just have empathy for the next person. You want to be the only one, all the money, all the cars, all the houses. My brothers and sisters, you put on your pants the same way the man on the street put on his pants. You will sleep in one bed. You will only be in one house. You will drive only one car. You can't drive 2 cars at the same time. And you only need 1 car to get, because the roads are not even good. So what are you buying cars for?
Exactly.
There are no roads. There's no good drinking water. You do borehole. You do all these things. And you think that is life. And you think you are enjoying. You are a big man. You cannot walk 2 blocks. You cannot walk 2 streets by yourself. By yourself, without any security apparatus around you. You cannot walk down the street. Things have to change. We're going to keep talking. Things have to change. Because the election is coming very soon. 2023 is around the corner. 2023 is around the corner. And this insecurity will also affect the election. Watch. If we don't get a handle of it now, it is going to tremendously affect the election in 2023. Insecurity everywhere. No security of life. No regard for life. People just do what they want to do. The government doesn't give a damn. As long as my paycheck or my salary comes in, it's not my problem. They're on their own. They're not going to be on their own forever. NSAS happen. Trust me. The issues of NSAS are still there. Another one might be coming up soon. You don't know. Like Chief rightly said, people are out there. A lot of youths. And those are the ones that the devil will use, and they channel their energy into causing all kinds. So I don't blame them when they do all kinds of things. I don't blame them when they get mad and they protest. I am mad right now sitting down here. I'm not in Nigeria. That we're talking about the same country I grew up in. The same Lutz hospital that I had the surgery in when I was in Nigeria. We're talking about that hospital right now. Deplorable. People sleeping on the floor. Minister, governor, all of them, they are sleeping on their comfortable bed. How do you sleep?
Is it even not shameful?
Yes.
They call Nigeria giants of Africa, and we don't have just one single hospital.
Queen, we have an hospital, but it is in London.
Yeah, right. And with the kind of wealth the country have, I don't know what is. I think we got it wrong somewhere. I think probably Nigeria is not right for democracy. I think I'm starting to think about that, because during military rule, it wasn't like this. This country started degenerating when civilians took over. Let us look at it critically. The thing started going down because of democracy.
No. You see, if you want to say that Nigeria is not right for democracy, maybe Nigeria is not even right for independence.
Probably so.
I think the problem is not democracy. The problem is orientation. You see, those who go to government, those who serve, why do they ever go to contest? You see, the entire system is wobbled and there is problem in the land. It is not that we are not right for democracy, but I think the right people are not getting there. The few people who are getting there are people who can buy their way there. The poverty level will not allow the electorate to choose the right person.
Exactly.
I think the chairman of a local government would have spent, for instance, there's no Lagos State chairman of any local government in Lagos State that will not spend 100 million. I am just being conservative. There's nobody who wants to be chairman in any part of Lagos that will not go and look for 100 million naira to spend. So, what is the entire budget for the emolument of the local government chairman for 3 years? What is his take home for 3 years? That he will spend 100 million or above to be chairman of a local government. And if he gets there, what do you think will happen to public coffers? So all this is the reason why we are where we are. And I think, I don't know, our orientation has to change. That's why I am clamoring for generational change. Even the Sorosoki generation that we are talking about, if they are given the chance today, their orientation is bad. They are also going there to toil with the public fund.
Yeah, because we all know why. I'm sorry to cut you. We all know why. A situation where people have really experienced poverty, where nobody cares for anybody.
Yes.
When you get there, it's just a norm. I might be wrong, but that's my own perspective. From my own perspective, I might be wrong. When someone is really, really embedded in poverty, you will be thinking of getting yourself out of it. That's the first thing that will come into your mind if you're going to any office or if you assume any position. You won't think about the next person next to you. The orientation of all Nigerians has really gone into shambles because of what we're experiencing. When you see senators, the way senators, I was discussing with my son-in-law yesterday, the way the senators are oppressing even their own family members, even the people that they live on the same street together. And when they become senators, you see the affluence in them. They send wrong signals to people out there. Not that they are so perfect, not that they are very intelligent, not that they are better off than people that they're serving. They are not. But you start displaying wealth. You don't care no more.
Oh, let me correct you, Queen. They are not serving the people are serving them.
Yes, the people they are supposed to serve.
Correct.
And you are now oppressing them.
Okay, I slept and I think I got a solution to Nigeria's problem. Let Nigeria call on Bill Clinton.
That would be great.
Yeah, let Nigeria call on Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Michelle Obama, all of them. Let them come back to Nigeria and colonize us.
I'm telling you.
Yes, let
the chief
selected
even our past president Donald Trump, let them come to Nigeria and colonize us.
And colonize us. I will want to die a Nigerian colonized by this set of Americans than being colonized by these bandits and the Fulanization that is going on in Nigeria. I would prefer Michelle Obama to come and be president of Nigeria. I would prefer Hillary Clinton to come and be Senate president. I would prefer to be a colonial servant to these people than what is going on in this country right now. Yes. Because those people will have a new thinking for this country other than what we have now. when we were talking, we have a very silent government. I'm not going to talk about a silent presidency. We have a very silent government that tells us the only thing that they feel we should hear. The only thing that they should feel we should hear. The things that the public want to hear, they will never tell us.
That's what I'm saying. They don't.
They tell us the only thing they think, oh, this is somebody is called a terrorist, somebody is called a minister who are joined terrorism and all that. The presidency came out quickly to defend.
Yes.
The presidency was quick to go to the IPOP enclave and dismantle and kill the deputy commander and all that. But for many months, many years, banditry is been thriving and sustaining in the north and northeast. But in a quick succession, in a quick reaction, the IPOP camp was brought down. What is it that can happen in the east that should not happen in the north? I think I want to be a colonial servant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway, before
I don't mean to cut you off.
Before we going further, we have the birthday boy in the house. The birthday boy just joined us, the designer in our midst.
Oh, he just snuck in.
Yes, the newest birthday boy in the whole wide world. That is making everybody happy. That is making us laugh. Yes.
I don't know what you are up to. I don't know. You said it in the beginning, and somehow somebody joined in about 3 minutes to the end of the show.
I know.
Talking about it with all the plans that you have. I don't know.
No, I don't say that. You didn't know we have any plan. You just let it out.
No, but it's coincidental to me. It's coincidental to me that by 3 minutes to the show, and you said something at the beginning, and then he just sneaked in. It's very coincidental to me.
Queen.
So you go ahead and do what you want to do before Tunde.
Queen.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Queen.
Like what we're discussing.
Queen.
Yes.
Queen.
Yes.
Queen. Tunde, please let me say something.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Adodo.
Fela say, may his soul rest in peace, our hero. Fela say, opposite people, they go the shakara, they go the katakata, they go the shakara. Opposite people, they go the shakara, they go the katakata, they go the shakara. That man behind you is opposite person, no.
He just joined us, and of course, he's still in his birthday mode. And I don't want anything to spoil his mood. Let us give him this week to enjoy. Nigerian problem is Nigerian problem. By the time you start saying this now, he will be so angry. And I don't want his week to get spoiled because we knew what happened the other time. Happy birthday to you, my brother, Mr. Dodo.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Let me tell another thing. Your husband, the way you are shining, your husband will come to America. The man is going to secure visa with immediate alacrity.
We need it.
Come and meet the wife. Oh. You are so glamorous, and I think one of the reasons why the chief comes to the show is just to see the wife.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Chief, for showing up.
Thank you. Good evening and happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Yes. When we drift into May very soon, in the early weeks of the May, I will also be celebrating my birthday too.
April is the month. April is the best month of the year.
Okay,
that's wonderful.
Mr. Adodo, don't start that debate about April being the best month of the year. Because that debate will never end.
Okay.
Yes.
So
thank you for being the judge on this one. Thank you.
We have a caller, by the way, gentlemen.
We've really gone so long.
We have a call on the line.
Okay. Hi, caller. You can go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Ayo Adisa from Ibadan, Nigeria.
Yeah. Adisa, how are you, sir?
I'm very fine. Thank you for this lovely program. Thank you for not being tired of discussing about how humanity is going to be better. May we all enjoy the better life in our lifetime, and even generations yet after us enjoy the same in Jesus' name. Well, I really want to commend Chief for he always has a brilliant submission about any issue given to him to discuss in this program. I cherish his depth of knowledge. I cherish his sagacity and articulacy. May God continue to strengthen you, and may we all have a better Nigeria in our lifetime. As for the banditry, if they Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, if they fail to colonize us, I will find a way to colonize myself down there. God helping me. They should just come and colonize us. Enough of we are too young to rule ourselves when we got the independence. Apologies to our founding fathers. It was a marriage of inconveniency that God did for us. So all these things are giving us a foundational and generational problem that requires, in fact, as Chief has prescribed, yes, there will be a better nation. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless David Adodo Show. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much, Mr.
Thank you.
Issa. Always calling to participate in the program. We appreciate you, calling. Thank you so much for airing your opinion. So actually, Mr. Adodo came in at the tail end of the program, but I'm going to give him the last word before we round up. We were talking about the issues of Nigeria, from insecurity to everything total collapse of almost every infrastructure in Nigeria. So we're going to, give you the last word to air your opinion before we round up.
Thank you, Tunde, and I want to thank everybody for coming on the show. I really appreciate the Chief, for making it a point of duty every week to be on the show. God bless you. Just like Adisa just said, your wealth of knowledge is astonishing. God bless you. Tunde, God bless you. God bless the Queen. You can see the way the Queen is looking. She's so radiant. It's unbelievable.
Okay, Mr. Adodo, I have to talk about Nigeria, not the Queen. Why are you going back to the Queen?
and Charlie is my opposition party. No problem.
And we have another caller.
Nigeria.
We have a
That
caller.
is not true.
We have a caller. Can we
have a caller.
take a call?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Olayinka Johnson from Nigeria, Abeokuta.
Mr. Johnson, how are you, sir?
Every time.
I'm fine. First and foremost, I salute my father, Egbeyemi, and my mom, Mrs. Egbeyemi. So I salute you. Before I furthermore, happy birthday, Mr. David Adodo.
Thank you.
Actually, I've not received my birthday gift, but I know very soon that will reach me. Yeah, Mr. Tunde, I salute you, Baba.
Thank you,
you
sir.
said something in the room, Mr. Tunde.
Yes.
You said Nigeria have an hospital, and the hospital was in London. Are you making jest of us or what? You are making jest of us.
Because when the president has headache.
You are telling me that our FMC was in London. Our UCAs was in London. Don't make jest of us. So. Actually, we don't have good spirit here. Actually, as I spoken, is there also they carry bed here and there and there? There are a lot of hospital here. Because I work with some NGO concerning the hospital. No. I want to an hospital that is only bed that is living there with them. No anybody there. There's no roof. There's no door. If there's raining like this, the be inside the area. So as I have spoken, we need a change of power. Like seriously, this person he doesn't understand this government again, and I pray that may God help us in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Tunde, please, just 1 second before you round up this. I know you were in. I know last week we were talking about this hospital thing, if you remember very well.
Yes.
I was saying that there's one hospital, and I want everybody to check this hospital. This hospital can, I mean, you can side to side this particular hospital in any hospital here in America. And that hospital is in Lagos. The name of this hospital is called Evercare Hospital. It's in Lekki, but it's owned by an American company also. I mean, this hospital, just Google it, it is great. But I don't know whether it's affordable or not. That I don't know.
Yeah,
That's one good hospital.
It can be affordable.
It's called
Charles,
Evercare Hospital, and
yeah,
it's
Mr. Charles, that is an advert in a way. But
no. I told people I told them I will.
Yeah,
I will
what
find
we
that
are
hospital.
talking about is government-owned hospitals.
I know.
Not privately owned hospitals in Nigeria.
Correct.
We're talking about a UCH.
Correct.
A loose. What happened to them? So, Mr. Adodo, over to you.
Yes. When we begin to talk about Nigeria, it makes some of us that are very patriotic. It makes us cry. It makes me weep. You know, the situation of Nigeria. We have in Nigeria, we have the worst president in the history of our life. In the history of, it's so pathetic, it's unreal. You understand? Insecurity is killing Nigeria. Even the press right now, they are suppressing all the terrorism, all the kidnapping that is happening in Nigeria. The press are no longer talking about it because government officials are already warning them and threatening them. Let me tell you something. You know, with what had just happened in Chad, the president of Chad has been killed. Arms are going to be flowing from Libya all the way down to northern part of Nigeria. Now we are in for a big trouble. This president is a weak president. This president is incompetent. This president is believe me, I don't even know what to say. Our lives are on the line. Nigeria is going down. Nigeria is going down faster than we can even think. The Nigerian army will not be able to take care of the situation because now that Idris Deby is dead, who was like a buffer for Nigeria and for Nigeria is gone. His son Mohammed Deby cannot do what his father was doing. This man was shot in the battlefield. He was shot in the battlefield. How many African presidents go to the battlefield to go and fight? This is one man. This is one strong man, and this man is gone. Nigeria is in for a big trouble. What Obama did by removing Gaddafi is wrong. He removed Gaddafi. Libya had no government. As of right now, there's no viable government in Libya. And we know that Muammar Gaddafi had a lot of weapons. He invested a lot of money in weapons. So all those weapons are now coming down. It's now scattered all over the Sahel. That's why you have problems all over Africa, from Cameroon, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Niger, everywhere. All those arms from Libya are now everywhere. We are in for a big problem. The Nigerian government, you have to, as a matter of fact, let me just appeal to the international community right now. The United Nations has to come to the aid of Nigeria right now, because if Nigeria collapses, the whole of West Africa is gone, because the humanitarian problem all these West African countries are going to have from imagination. So the international community has to come in right now and do something. United Nations, African Union can't do nothing. Believe me, African Union can't do nothing. We need United Nations to come in right now and do what they have to do to make sure that Nigeria doesn't collapse. Because if not, and I want to call all the Senate, if they have to remove this president, let them vote this president out. I'm not talking about arm removal. I'm talking about this. He has done so many things that will make the Senate to remove him. This president should be removed. We should save Nigeria. We are not going to. Nigeria cannot be like this because of one man. We love, if we love Nigeria more than this man, we should, people that are in position to remove this man right now, so Nigeria can be one. Because the way we are going now, we are talking about fractionalization of Nigeria. Everybody want to divide. I don't want Nigeria to divide. I don't want Nigeria to divide.
Talked about
And
it
anybody
before.
that lost
Yeah.
Nigeria should not pray for division. What we
Yes.
should do, the Senate should remove this man. This man is incompetent. This man is weak. The Senate should remove this man so we can have a good government in Nigeria. That's how I end this. I end on this show.
Yeah.
Wow. So that Mr. Dodo has shared his opinion. I mean, everything that we have said in the last 2 hours, Mr. Dodo said in 10 minutes.
You just rounded it up. Yes.
Well,
You just rounded it up.
that's that's the way to round up and end the show.
Yes.
So again, we always make this appeal at the end of the show. If you are elected, do what you're elected. Do your job. If you are a minister of health, provide health for people. Let there be hospitals. Government hospitals. I don't see why every local government cannot have a hospital. And if you have hospitals, like Mr. Charles was saying, how many people can afford it? How many people can afford it? So that's another issue. If we don't have easy access to healthcare, then we don't have anything. We don't have healthcare. We don't have hospitals. But when the man has a headache, he runs to London. That's why I say our hospital is in London, because that's where he goes. But the Queen does not come to Nigeria when she has a headache. The Queen stays in London, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
runs
The Queen
to
stays
London,
in London.
runs to everywhere. So that's why I say our hospital is in London. It's very unfortunate. It's sad that that's where we are. Well, on behalf of everybody else that's been on this program, of course, Mr. David Adodo, the Queen, our Chief, my brother Charles, and myself, Tunde Phillips, I want to say thank you all so much for being part of this program again this week. Thank you. We thank you for your participation in this program. Gives us the strength to go on and to continue every day. We thank you for part of this program. We look forward to having you again next week, same time, 3 p.m. Nigerian American time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, and then we will take upon other issues that happen during the week. But whatever we did not discuss, how we missed out this week, we'll pick it up from there again next week. I promise we'll have a guest next week that's going to also help to shed some light on a few things that we don't know, because they say it's who wears the shoe that knows where it hurts. So we'll definitely have a guest in next week to discuss it. So on that note, I want to say thank you all for participating either online, we have been responding, or by phoning in. Thank you all so much. Look forward to having you again next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Tunde.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
This is another Tolio for my man. Make I tell you waiting happen for a bullet. But this big party inside my bullet. I went there with my best friend Kule. Kule they there with his girlfriend Shile. Ghetto girls then they like Takasufi. So many pretty girls they inside my mule. I just the one that say which can party, everything yakba, everything there. Oh shit, I get many girls with them they come from away. AJ boys and they like to throw away. Almost go be. We just having fun. We won't carry on. Crazy girls like make this stallion. But my girlfriend they turn me on. That's why I hold on tight. Hold on, yeah. Hold on tight. Hold on, yeah. That's why I hold on tight. Hold on, yeah. Hold on tight. Hold on, yeah.
Thank you for listening to African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, the true voice of Africa. We'd love to hear from you. You can send us an email at africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. That's africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Also, if you are an Afrobeats artist, you could also submit us your songs to be considered to be played on African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. And you could send your MP3s to africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Again, that's africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Until next week, family, if it's 8 o'clock in Western Africa, it's time for the David Adodo Show, African Voices Radio, the voice of Africa. Until next week, stay safe and stay blessed.